Hello and welcome back to True Crime Guys podcast. I'm your host, Michael, and Andy's here.
I found my way in here.
Oh, thanks, Andy. I'm so glad.
I crawled my way in here through the dog door. You left it open.
Well, at least we didn't come back to the studio on fire. That's a good thing. Because
it's nice and toasty in here, but still.
Oh, yeah, in a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way, not in an arson way.
No, not in an ashy, falling from the ceiling way. Yeah.
But yeah, today we're talking a lot. We're talking a lot of arson and arson-related crimes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be a little different of an episode, but I promise you it'll be fire.
The arsonist has oddly shaped feet. To get the Anchorman quote in. Sorry.
Anywho, before we get started, I must remind you guys that you can catch these episodes early and ad-free on Patreon. Patreon.com/TrueCrimeGuys. But here on the free platform, you can check out our other shows, Strange and Unexplained and Cryptic Soup, with hosts Thina and Kylie, new to the TCG network. That's Cryptic Soup. New episodes every Wednesday. Make sure you give them a follow on Instagram as well, at Cryptic Soup Pod. And make sure you give us a follow on Instagram, at True Crime Guys, and on the Facebook, and on the X, I guess.
I guess so. I mean, if you still use all these things, follow us.
We're on there, at the True Crime Guys, for sure. But today, like I said, we're talking about some arson. We haven't talked about some fire in a while.
No,
we're going to have some fire conversation today, Andy.
It's going to be a hot episode, Michael.
No doubt. Because we're talking about a Niagara Falls man who did 24 years in prison for arson, in fact, back in the 80s. But more recently, he was linked to a series of fires in October of just 2022. And this happened on the 5500 block of Lockport Road in Niagara Falls. The local police have confirmed that Joseph M. Gaines, 59 years old, has been charged with counts of criminal trespass and criminal mischief in connection with the fires. Now, what makes this case stand out to me, Andy, is there's a lot of discussion around pyromaniac as far as a mental disorder.
Yeah.
Is this man a pyromaniac? Is he not? Right? So there's a lot of interesting conversation around that in this case, and I have my opinion, but I'm going to save it to the end, and I want to see what you think as well.
So you want to see if this man whether or not this man's really in control of his actions, or whether or not this man is
right. Yeah. Is it sexual? Is it just for some other type of self gratification, or is it for a purpose?
Yeah, or is he just trying to send a message?
Exactly. But roll that intro, Andy. Let's find out.
All right.
Intense flames. Intense flames. Intense flames.
Fire has firefighters on edge.
Fires broke out. Fires broke out. In a Cataract City. Fires broke out in a Cataract City junkyard.
As he was arrested, 1982.
For attempted murder.
Fires broke out. Fires broke out.
The Niagara Falls Fire Department is haunted.
Fires broke out.
There is an ongoing arson investigation. As he was arrested, 1982.
All right. So as I said, our subject today, Joseph Gaines, hasn't really been in the spotlight or the firelight since the 80s.
Oh, really?
Yeah. At least he hasn't gotten caught in the firelight.
Well, I guess probably because the places he was kind of staying in weren't exactly flammable places,
Oh, they were concrete and steel.
kind of a very small concrete steel box.
But check this out, right? He got out of prison. He went to prison in the early 80s, 82. So he got out somewhere. I don't think he did the full 24 years. So I think he got out early 2000s.
Okay.
Okay. So theoretically, he was somewhat clean for 20 years.
That's what you were telling me too.
Come
It's like he gets out, and then you're saying he does not have any other incidents until what we're about to get into.
Any other documented incidents?
Documented incidents, right?
Okay. Now, the fire that got police attention again and put the focus back on Joseph Gaines, the first fire was reported at 6:14 p.m. The first firefighters on the scene said that they saw 3 separate fires that night, including multiple vehicles engulfed in flames.
And weren't they in like
This is at a scrapyard.
Yeah, it was like a scrapyard, right? It's
This
like a big-ass scrapyard.
Exactly. Firefighters, they battled this multiple fires for over 3 hours. Finally, by 9:30, the fires were somewhat under control. They kind of felt like, okay, we're on the upswing here. We're winning this battle. And as firefighters started cleaning up, they noticed a new set of fires that had been started within the time they were there in the northeast corner of the scrapyard.
Yeah, not like the fire had spread. Because
No.
It's very easy
Like
to see
there's
where
a
it would
new concentrated area of fire now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
and there's no real it's not like there's a lightning storm or there's not like any other things that are spawning this fire. They have literally just started randomly and they put out 3 of them to an extent and then just other corner of the lot, fire.
Boom. And then also across the street of Lockport Road, this house was directly across the street. A garage there at that home was completely in flames as well.
Okay, so now the fires are literally leaving that property.
Exactly. So while volunteers responded to the garage fire and the Niagara Falls crews battled the new ones in the scrapyard, now they're like, okay, they're starting to grow suspicious. They're like, someone is here.
Yeah.
Someone is actively setting fires right now. It's the only explanation for this. It's not shooting off and starting random places. Like, somebody's still here. So they start scanning the yard with a giant spotlight, and they actually see some movement, and they find someone hiding in one of the vehicles. So the firefighters quickly surrounded the man and held him there until the police arrived.
I just imagine them just like using one of those like ladders and just putting like a big spotlight on there and just seeing like the one head just pop up in the windows, shit, and just go down. It's like,
Hey, you! We saw you in the car.
it's like everybody's on the radio. Yeah, we're gonna want to check that '84 Altima over there. No, the one with the 2.4
that one.
with the green doors.
You know
with the
damn
green
well,
doors.
you know damn well there's a lot of Ultimas in that scrapyard.
So I was like,
You're gonna have to be more specific, Andy. Anyways, this individual was none other than Joseph Gaines. Of
Okay.
course. Yeah, he was. I could just see him like hiding down in the seat, like rolling up the window, just trying to hide.
yes, got all of his like,
He's tucked down.
got a road flare and some gasoline in his hand.
Just lays the seat back. Stupid electric seat, still got some battery left in it. But anyway, Gaines was immediately arrested, and he was issued a ticket for criminal trespassing because at the time, that was something they could guarantee charge him with, right? So they could keep him in custody because at the time they couldn't technically link him to the fires. He was just there.
Yeah, you're the only person who's hiding on this property while fires are getting started everywhere, but we'll see.
Exactly. It sucks they couldn't charge him for arson right away, though, because criminal trespass isn't even a large enough offense to qualify for bail in New York.
No, it's basically just
So
like a...
they're like, okay, well, he's not there now. Send him home.
Yeah, it's like a slap on the wrist. It's
Yeah,
just like
it's
you
like-
get written up and fined to an extent. Like
I
you're not
mean-
even staying in jail.
Yeah, I mean, he was there for like a few hours. Mm-hmm. That's it. So he's back out. So fast forward, the same night, or I guess morning now, 4:13 a.m., firefighters once again are called to the Miles scrapyard about a fire in a tractor trailer that's filled with tires, Andy.
Oh, that's going to be real easy to put out now.
Super easy. Don't worry. The first firefighters on the scene found heavy black smoke just billowing from the trailer. So it is already started.
Yeah, if you ever seen a tire fire, it's just...
It's not good, man.
I'm just going to keep saying tire fire for a
Tire
little
fire.
bit because I know that Megan, my fiance, is just going to absolutely love getting a kick out of you and me saying tire fire.
Tire fire? It is pretty fun to say.
Tire fire.
Actually. But as they were fighting the fire, an investigator found a cell phone near the trailer that was engulfed in flames. Looked a little out of place, right? So they called for a scent dog. They're like, here, smell this, boy. Go get him. But no, the K-9 took investigators to the garage, the one that was previously burned, then to a nearby vehicle where more evidence was discovered, then to another house across the street from the scrapyard.
Okay, so yeah, the
So what I
dog's
mean
like
by
going around
evidence,
like
I mean
just
like evidence of the scent. So they knew that the person escaped in that vehicle.
yeah, or at least had been using this vehicle. The dog went right across the street to the first house,
Exactly.
walked right to a car, and was like, "All right, he's moving somewhere else."
Yep. So he went to another house across the street from the scrapyard, and guess who was sitting on the damn front porch?
I do like this idea though.
Just sitting on the front porch, bro, just owning that shit.
Yeah, like I said, is this are you sending a message now? What is
I know.
happening?
It's weird. It's like you're either sending a message or you're masturbating.
One of the
Like, it's just why would you stand here and sit here and watch? You see what I'm saying? Like, something's going on with you, bro. What's going on? Gaines was once again taken into custody. This time, he was charged with criminal mischief, and then they committed him to a psychiatric unit at Memorial Medical Center because who in their right mind, honestly, would
Yeah.
immediately go back to the same place, set a fire, and then not leave the scene again?
Yeah, they've already caught you for at least the first time you like tried to hide to an extent. Like you lit the fires and then hid in a car to kind of watch. But then this time you lit the fire and just walked across the street and sat on a porch.
And you left your cell phone.
Yeah,
like
I don't. That was probably an
man.
accident,
That's
but
not
at the
like
same
dropping
time.
a napkin. I mean, but still, you gotta know, man.
Yeah, by the time you're sitting there watching that fire, you didn't think one time to pull out your phone and take
Now
a
this
picture.
is an older
or-
gentleman, and he spent a good time in prison.
Still.
But still, he's been out since the early 2000s.
Yeah, you've had a
Okay?
phone for a while. It's not like that's
Yeah.
something you're just going to easily forget.
Maybe it was
especially
a
if you
burner
bought it.
phone.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah,
Maybe.
probably was.
After that.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy behavior though. One of the detectives said, here's a quote. He said, "He left our jail at 3:25 a.m. and at 4:30 a.m. he was at another fire."
I mean, you had to go to a 24-hour Walmart to get more matches.
I mean, at 4:30, he's kind of incorrect about that because at 4:30 a.m. you caught him at a fire that was already well burning. Mm-hmm. So
That's what I'm saying.
probably at 4 o'clock he's at another fire.
That's what I'm saying. He had to stop by the Walmart on the way there, get some more
okay.
matches and lighter fluid.
Right,
And then,
obviously.
obviously, it's 24-hour Walmart.
I got you. And it seems absurd. It really does. But it's actually, when you kind of look at Gaines' history, it's kind of par for the course.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not really that big of a surprise.
Yeah,
He
once
was
they
no
looked
stranger.
into him, once they were like,
Exactly.
because at first they just charged him with trespassing, and they're like, yeah, get out of here. And then once they realized, like, okay, you've started multiple fires, and
Yeah,
we're going
let's
to
see
hold
what's
you
going
for a
on with you,
day.
man.
Let's see who you really are.
Exactly. He was no stranger to the Niagara Falls Fire Department. In February of 1982, this was the charge in the 80s we were talking about. Gaines was charged with second-degree murder, among other felonies, in connection with a fire that he set at an Apex grocery store on 56th Street. A cellmate testified that Gaines said that he broke into the store and set the fire because he wanted to force the owner out of the neighborhood, and that after he set the fire, he went across the street to his house and watched it, just like he did here at the scrapyard.
So now we're starting to
So
see
you
an
don't,
MO.
right? So you don't like your scenery, so you're like, burn it down.
Or you don't like your neighbors. Like you don't want this thing here. You don't like the owner.
Well, I'm
you don't
saying
like,
in
yeah.
the scrapyard sense, you probably don't like your scenery.
It
So
could
you're
be.
like,
It
fuck
could
this
be he
thing.
doesn't like the scenery, or maybe the same thing.
Or he has a problem with the owner.
He got
yeah.
if he got into an altercation or some kind of argument with this owner,
Right.
and he in his mind he's like, well, I know how to deal with
See,
this.
my thing, I think it's more of an altercation because why wait 20 years before you start a fire again? You had a reason.
Yeah.
You had a reason.
That's why even when we first talked about this case, I was really hesitant to say the pyromaniac type of the case because
Gotta
of the
be.
fact I'm like, he's not doing this for pleasure to an extent. He's almost doing this out of spite. Like he's doing this for his as his way of like revenge. Like it's
Right.
not so much like a this is for me. This is for you. Like
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real. Firefighter Charles Palmore, he was 51, and he was the one who was killed in the fire while searching the building for occupants. He was actually trapped inside and died from smoke inhalation and was pronounced dead at the scene. And Gaines was convicted of attempted second-degree murder in October of 1982. Then he was sentenced to a minimum term of 8 years and a maximum of 25. I believe he ended up serving 18.
Okay.
So he wasn't a model prisoner. But even if he did serve the full term, that would still be putting him getting out in like 2006.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2006 to 2022.
Yeah, he's still had some time to like. There's a cooling off period there
Right.
for an extent,
Right? If he's a
to,
pyromaniac, man, he
Right?
really
must have-
went celibate there for a while.
he must
huh,
have
bro?
got it out of his system.
He
really,
did.
That must have been a real good fire that first time. If it held you over for another, almost 30, 40 years.
I think you're right, Andy. I think this man used fire to deal with his issues.
Yeah, I think it was an intimidation factor. He thought if I burn this down, if I destroy something of yours, it'll send my message.
Yep.
Like I feel like that was, like I said, as soon as he got into a second altercation once he was out of prison, he just went right back to his first mentality of like, I'll just burn this motherfucker down.
Yeah. And he does kind of have that look, like he will burn a motherfucker down.
Yeah, I mean his mugshot's not helping anybody.
Yeah,
His
Thina, make sure
mugshot's-
you post a picture of Joseph Gaines on our. So I know you will. So guys, go check out True Crime Guys on Instagram. Go check out Joseph Gaines, man. And you tell me if this guy wouldn't start a fire to get even, man.
No, this man looks like he's about to tell the mugshot operator who's like, I'll burn this place down too.
Burn that place down too. They didn't think I'm gonna take my matches.
You don't think I was
Shit,
serious?
they didn't get all of them.
One pops out his teacher. Yeah, man, this man looks like he will burn something down. Like I hate saying that about a person. Like when you see their mugshot, you're like, oh yeah, that looks like a person who did,
But I
did
mean,
exactly what they
when
were convinced
someone
of.
did burn something down twice and they look like this, I think it's fair.
Yeah, I think it's fair
fair.
that you've
Yeah.
apparently you just like adopted the moniker. Like
Yeah.
you just were like, oh, I'm an arsonist. I'm okay. I'll just dress like
Right
that.
on.
I'll just look
or
like
maybe
that.
being an arsonist turns you into this.
Maybe.
Maybe you got it backwards.
I got the uniform now.
Once you've seen so many fires, son, you just start looking a little crazy.
I love how in his mugshot when he was like that's like his street clothes. It still looks like he's wearing a prison jumpsuit,
That's his mechanic's uniform, you bastard.
but it's still. I'm just saying, it looks like he's just in a prison jumpsuit. Like, yeah, I'm already dressed. Like you can just take me on
Dude,
back.
that might be an old mugshot from when he really was in prison, though.
Maybe.
The man did do at least 18 years in prison.
Still, yeah, but I think that's his like current one because that's him in
Yeah.
his like 60s now.
I agree. Yeah, he's 61 now, and he pled guilty to the arson charge, and he will spend the next 5 to 10 years. Now, this was in 2022. Mm-hmm. So here we are in 25. So 3 years later, not quite 3 years. October of this year will be 3 years.
Yeah, so he's already served a couple
he's
years
not
in jail.
He hasn't even hit the minimum yet, though.
No.
He's still got a couple years. Yeah. So, but because nobody was hurt in these fires.
Yeah.
So nobody was hurt, just some property damage. So he didn't get a huge charge. But I mean, I'd be surprised if he don't spend the whole 10.
No, after this time, it's something
He's
like
a bit of a
again,
hothead, you know.
Yeah, it's one of
Yeah.
those things where it's like you can't leave out the previous charges. The first time he was convicted, he served time for second degree murder for arson. That definitely comes into play the next time when he was up for trial the second time.
Yeah.
it's like every single one of those jury members knew that he had done this before.
Lord,
So I'm even surprised they gave him as little of a count that they did for only 5 to 10 years or whatever. It's like, dude, I'm surprised that after even though nobody got hurt, this is the second time you've done that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we should let you out anytime soon.
No, I think he should get the full 10 years at this
Yeah,
point.
there
man.
should
You
be
can't
no-
just go lighting shit on fire because you don't like somebody, man. Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
mean, for real. You caught a house on fire across the street, too.
Yeah, that's something. Unless that was the owner's house, I don't
Probably
understand
was.
why.
He probably owned that rental property or something.
Possibly. But yeah, it's like unless that was a specific reason for targeting that house, you lit somebody's private property on top, like house too.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like a business or a scrapyard. And that's the thing, you weren't even lighting the business of the scrapyard on fire. You were lighting like piles of trash on fire to an
Right.
extent. Like, yeah, you were burning cars and stuff in
know.
the scrapyard parking lot. You're not like gonna.
Like I said, I think he's just trying to cause property damage. And then, like, the big tire fire, that's going to be a mess to clean up, dude.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
a bunch of half-melted rubber all molted together and shit.
in a
With
tractor
wire in
trailer.
it, too, for them tires. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's just you're gonna have to destroy that entire tractor trailer.
Yeah, just bury it, bro.
Just there.
Just take it out and fucking bury
Take
it.
it to a landfill and just slide it off.
Push it off the side.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Fuck it. But no. But yeah, so that's where we're at with Joseph Gaines. But in my search for all of the fun Joseph Gaines facts, I found something a little more recent, and it relates to the fires in L.A. Okay, this was published January 15th of this year. So as of January 15th, there were already over 100 arrests related to the fires. Okay, not arson per se. It's kind of interesting. Okay, it says authorities said nearly 100 fire-related arrests have been made, including 2 additional arson arrests. So some were arson. And this is since the start of the firefighters on January 7th. Okay, the wildfires. These are the new wildfires.
But that's the
on
thing. It's
January
only
7th.
2 of the included. That's 100, but including
Only-
2 of those are arson related.
Exactly.
So it's not like, oh, there's some more. It's like, no, 2 of those are arson related.
Exactly. Now, the 97 arrests include charges of burglary, looting, vandalism, and curfew violations. According to the Santa Monica Police Department, they have arrested 40 suspects, while the LA County Sheriff's Department is reporting 39 arrests, and the LAPD has made 14. Now, these are just, like I say, just in relation to the fire. This is not talking about just overall. They've made many more than that. But I just found the reason for the arrest very interesting. Okay, so the sheriff, LASD Sheriff Robert Luna, he said 2 arrests are related to illegal drone incidents.
I guess so,
Okay.
yeah.
Also, 2 more men in black jumpsuits were arrested near the home of Vice President Kamala Harris for curfew violations.
Okay, yeah, like I said, like
Super sus, bro. What?
I mean, I guess I don't understand. I know there's a lot of laws with the drone flying and stuff like that. You have to have certain for certain ones. You have to like pilots licenses or something certain drone pilots.
It's people shooting YouTube videos and stuff of the footage,
Mhm,
you know, because people are
flying over
searching
them.
and wanting to watch that shit.
Oh yeah.
So they're like, hey, I'll get some footage and get probably thousands of views on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, make a little side money off my burning state. But anyways, people have done anything they can to get close to the fire. There have been a couple people arrested for impersonating firefighters.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, here's a quote from one of the detectives that said, somebody else who was dressed like a fireman, he was not a fireman. He said, I got to give a lot of credit to our deputies for being proactive and stopping and finding him and arresting him.
Yeah.
Like most people would have just looked the other way.
Right, it's like
You
you,
know
see
what I mean?
right until you see like the group of firefighters going in, and it's like firefighter, guy in a costume, firefighter. Wait a minute,
Yeah.
like, that's Party City. Hold on, come back.
Yeah, there was another guy who got arrested for trying to burglarize a home while impersonating as a firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
Coming in acting like he's going to fight the fires, and he's just stealing shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. It's like, dude, where's the truck? You're here by yourself?
What do you drive the fire SUV? What do you?
Right? What the fuck? You got a super soaker, bro?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here?
Just made me think of Hannibal Buress. It's like, I want to drive the fire SUV where you just get to go to a fire and go, yeah, that's a fire. We got to wait for the fire truck though.
And most surprising is in recent days, in the last week from the time this article was written, from January 7th to the 15th, 3 people were arrested on suspicion of trying to start more fires, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Some people,
What
like,
is wrong with you people?
I don't want to say
Stop
like
it.
the
Stop
jokers,
it.
like some men just want to watch the world burn. But it's like when you're starting fires in a place like this and they catch you trying to do it, when you know what this can do, it's very clear that it's like, this isn't like I'm just trying to start a fire to keep warm. It's like, no, this is arson. This is this is almost
Yes.
domestic terrorism. Like you're burning
Right.
down neighborhoods. You're burning down like complete, habitable place. You're destroying everything.
Right.
So like I said, it's damn near domestic terrorism if you start a wildfire. If you are starting a wildfire in one of these places,
Yeah.
Like I said, it's almost just shy of terrorism to me.
Seriously. And then you have some people who are probably pyromaniacs and they start fires all the time and now they're getting caught. Like, for instance, I think this is what happened here. This is a resident in the Glen Oaks neighborhood where police found a suspect setting fire to a tree. And when they asked him why he was doing that, he said he liked the smell of burning leaves.
Well, I mean, at least he's honest.
Well, just drive a little bit, right? There's got to be some burning leaves somewhere near you. You're in California, right?
Yeah, if the whole area is on fire already, you'll find some burning leaves somewhere.
Right? Yeah, take a couple buckets of water with you. Go smell some burning leaves, bitch. Don't set more fires. What the hell? There was another person charged with setting fire to bushes, setting large stacks of pallets on fire, tractor trailers, just all kinds of shit, man.
Yeah,
And like now they've upped the penalty for it. You can get up to 7 years in prison just for starting a fire, even if nothing happens.
I'm surprised that like the fact that starting a fire in an area like that is only like 7 years. Like I said, when
It could be up to 14.
Yeah, depending on what
But-
kind of damage is done. If you start one of these fires that does this much damage, you should go to jail for life. Like if you did it,
Especially in this time,
intentionally,
man.
Yeah,
It's just, come on. You just don't give a shit about our environment.
you don't give a shit about anything if you're doing that, or if you're trying to send a message, or if you're trying to just I don't know. There's so many different reasons behind them.
Yeah.
If you're just a pyromaniac trying to get your rocks off, and you're starting a fire that could destroy thousands of homes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
no, you should go to jail.
Yeah. Well, to battle it, to battle like all the looting, crime, and all that shit. There's a curfew on in the area for 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Nobody's out.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, when the entire area is on
dude.
fire and they're trying to constantly battle these fires,
Yeah.
they don't need as many civilians out wandering around.
No,
like
they
get
don't.
out, get safe, like let the people in there do their jobs.
Exactly. Like when it comes to natural deodorant, you should let Oh My Gaia do the job.
I mean, we got a job to do here, Michael. We got a
We
job
do.
to do.
And our job is to tell you guys about Oh My Gaia. Oh My Gaia is an innovative, all-natural deodorant, fragrance, and beard oil company specializing in paraben and aluminum-free products. And because you guys are True Crime Guys listeners, you can get a discount at ohmygaia.com. But guess what? The code word has changed. It has changed, Andy. Pay attention. Pay attention. Listen here. It's Crimepine.
Crimepine.
Crimepine. All one word. Like True Crime Pine, our favorite scent.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there, Andy? But if you use code word Crimepine, CRIMEPINE, you will get 15% off your order at ohmygaia.com. That's OHMYGAIA.com. Also, check them out at shop_ohmygaia on Instagram for all sorts of deals and specials. And you'll know when new scents are added. Just to name a few scents that are already available, like vanilla, cherry almond, sandalwood, lavender, lemongrass, Egyptian musk, coconut, dreamsicle, leather, lumberjack, honeysuckle, fireside, bergamot, amber, pear, sweet pea, sailor, barbershop, and like I mentioned before, True Crime Pine. One of our favorites. And a sure pleaser. Again, that's ohmygaia.com, OHMYGAIA.com. Use that code word Crimepine. Crimepine.
Crimepine.
No space. It's below the description of this episode. As well as a link to Patreon. Patreon.com/TrueCrimeGuys, where you can find everything we have ever created, as well as early releases of these weekly episodes with bonus content and no freaking ads. Except for Oh My Gaia, because we love Oh My Gaia. And they're baked in, so get over it.
Get over it.
That's how it is. You can also find some music on Spotify. Give us a follow on social media at True Crime Guys. And why not subscribe on YouTube? I think we got some videos on there as well. But guys, until next week, I guess you have to keep on creeping. We'll be back next week with a new True Crime Guys case. Ain't that right, Andy?
Yes, we will.
All right. Keep creeping, guys.
Bye.